I just want something hot to put in my mouth and just take all the goodness out of it and just choke it down. Broadcasting live
again
from an undisclosed location in the middle of nowhere. It might be an underground bunker in the Mariana Trench. We're not sure. It's the Farm Nerds.
Yeah, again.
I'm sorry, I haven't had time to do anything different, and you guys haven't had any time to do anything different.
I was literally just about to go, hey, welcome to number 5. This is Farm Nerds Podcast.
And now you just did. We both got what we wanted.
I'm Thomas Ullman.
I'm Joey Lee.
I'm Brendan Spear. You can follow me on Twitter at YetiPocalypse.
I'm at Mr. Warford.
I'm Joey _FN_Lee.
You need to change that.
Yeah,
that's
a
fucking mouthful.
Yeah, we need to give it
That's
that.
how I like it.
We need to drop the underscores, I think.
Yeah.
Let's just make it just a bunch of rambling.
Yep.
Yeah.
This podcast is brought to you by bspearhead.com, the letter bspearhead.com.
Because God knows we still don't have any other sponsors. Hey, you can hit
I'm paying top dollar for this advertising space, just so you all know.
Hit up farmnerdsgaming@gmail.com to let us know. Just saying. That or on our Twitter, at farmnerds. Yeah. Which, by the way, I only have 16 days left on my Premiere Pro subscription.
Yeah.
Need to get that sorted. But anyway, that was related to the graphic that was scrolling across the screen and just left for a note for myself. Yeah, we'll peek behind the scenes there. Yeah, so...
The magic of broadcasting in
yeah,
action.
last week, I didn't get last week's podcast up until last night.
Yeah.
Whoops. Monday, my computer was being stupid, and then I got really busy throughout the week. We moved a lot of furniture around and rewired up the office for Let's Plays, and it turned out really good, but it took most of the day until I had to go to work. I think it turned out pretty well, and this week will be much quicker.
It's different.
Yeah, we repurposed my dad's old vinyl stereo cabinet and drilled some holes through the back. Cut my hand doing it because I tried to get the bit out without taking the drill out, and that was stupid. But
really big head, small hole. Just gotta...
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Story of my life, bro.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
One.
Yes, I was going to say one.
Ding. Man, this audio is just all over the place.
It's all right.
There we go. That's going to be better. It's a little more in my vocal wheelhouse rather than at the wrong angle. But, so yeah, it's been a week since our last podcast.
Yeah.
We got a new camera now, too. We're on rocking a Sony CXR 240.
Which do you think it looks nicer?
I think it does. I like the color balance a little bit better. I don't have to fuck with the settings to make it look better like I do with the Canon, which was really easy to use and had a lot of cool features.
In the Canon's defense, it was how old?
It was a year.
Oh, it was a year?
About a year
old.
old.
A little older than that.
And this is also the same age as that Canon.
Oh, shit, never mind.
Yeah, they were the same model year. That's why I got it for so cheap.
Sony.
I got it for $60.
Shout out to Sony.
Yeah, it's a good camera.
Bring that Japanese game, son.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Isn't Canon
Oh, you like
Japanese
rice?
too?
What?
I think Canon's Japanese too.
Or the Korean?
No, Canon sounds English.
Oh, I don't
I'm
fucking
pretty
know.
sure that
German?
the English invented the Canon. I'm pretty sure.
No, actually, I do believe the Chinese invented the cannon.
They invented
you're right.
gunpowder.
They invented
gunpowder because they invented
so
the hand cannon.
You would think they got
so
to
you
it
can
first,
suck
right?
it. Yeah.
But they didn't
Yeah.
They didn't invent it to use it as an artillery piece.
Oh, the cannon?
The Chinese
camera?
didn't.
Oh.
As an
It was
artillery
entertainment,
piece
yeah.
in war. That was the
And then it was just one of those things. Hey,
they were
we
like,
can shoot shit now.
Something explodes. They went to another country. We need to blow shit up now. Let's do this.
Goddamn Mongolians. Tear down my shitty wall.
What?
It's a South Park
Yeah,
joke.
it's South Park joke. Come on.
I haven't watched that show in a while. I'm sorry.
I kind of watch it like a lot.
That's a classic episode.
Oh,
It's
it
a
is.
classic.
I need to watch more.
No, not the
It was on
shitty
Netflix
pork.
for a while. I need to see if it's still got anything like that.
I watched all the episodes twice. I wasted a lot of time.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
There are worse ways to waste your time.
Yeah, there
though.
is. I could just laid there and look at the ceiling.
Yeah. So what's been happening in the week since our last episode?
Brandon, you want to go first?
Yeah, I can. I'm pre-diabetic.
Shit.
Yeah.
I thought I read that on your blog.
Yeah.
bspearhead.com.
bspearhead.com.
Bam.
I bought a blood tester to do the glucose testing, and after two consecutive fasts, if your blood glucose is from 100 milligrams to 125 milligrams on 2 consecutive fasts, which I already said, you're pre-diabetic. And Tuesday, Wednesday last week, I think it was, and
Ooh.
Damn.
I threw up a 103 and a 104. So it's not too out of control, but it's
It's there.
Yeah.
it's
teasing it.
something to be worried about a little bit. So
Yeah,
I've
that's
been
not fun.
hitting the treadmill extra hard this week.
Yeah.
And the thing is I bought it as a goof.
Yeah.
Like I was just trying to figure out when my body was producing ketones. Ketones are what your body produces when you're burning fat. And so there's two separate test strips that those will use: the glucose test strips and the ketone test strip. And so I bought it for the ketones, but I got like 10 glucose strips with it. So I was like, we'll just give this a chance, and see what pops up. And my body doesn't know what to do with its blood sugar.
Damn, dude.
So a bunch of changes coming down the pipe here. And the thing was, I was blindsided by a little bit. I didn't realize how serious it was.
Yeah, that's pretty salty. Yeah, because I'm in that range too. Of
Yeah.
that borderline. Yeah.
Yep.
I have no idea.
Gotta do them cuts.
Last time they measured my blood sugar was when it was like 6.
Yeah, so you're not quite there yet.
Yeah,
but
my brain was shutting down. It
Yeah,
literally didn't
yeah,
have the
it
blood
would
sugar
be.
to operate.
Damn.
That was not fun.
Oh yeah.
There was no energy in my body. That sucked. But yeah,
Sorry,
we
I felt
started
like
with a
so
downer, Brennan.
No, it's actually not really a
Yeah,
downer.
it's more.
Oh yeah, it's more of like
Now
a.
he's got to change.
Well, that's just it.
more
It's
of a
Drive.
I got you.
now I know where I am.
I know what to work on.
Well, and like I said, I was fucking around before. Now it's a kind of a life and death thing.
Yeah.
Like it, and people could say, "Oh, it's not that serious." Plenty of people are pre-diabetic. Well, I've seen my uncle with his leg chopped off too. So, it's something that has to be dealt with.
Oh yeah,
Like now.
Yeah, that's just
before
it.
anything happens.
That's just it.
Well, your body's still young and it can still do the things you need to do. Now, let's say if you
But
got to when you're 40.
well, the scariest part about it is if I hadn't checked.
Oh, yeah.
If I hadn't just gone on a wild whim, like whimsical, like not whimsical, but just on a whim, bought the thing just out of curiosity because I was bored.
Yeah.
I
That'd've been
mean,
good.
it could be 10 years later, and I'm finding out from a doctor because I can't feel my hands when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah, that would.
That could have been a possibility too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, get healthy, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, start running more.
Don't do this. Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper.
Don't waste 3 years of your life without exercise and think it's not going to catch up with you.
Does.
And then, when you waste that much time, don't think you're going to get back into good health
Like immediately.
by doing 6 days of sit-ups.
Nope.
It took you 6 years to get out of shape. It's going to take you probably 3 to get back to where you were.
Yeah.
You know, people want to think there's a magic bullet. Well, I did 6 sit-ups today. I mean, why don't I look like Brad Pitt? Well,
You had like 6 years of fucking that up.
that's the funny thing about this life is that it's not crazy enough to give things to people who don't deserve them quite yet.
Yeah.
You know, so figure out what you need to do to deserve what you want, and
Go
then
do
go
it.
and get it. That's my big thing for the week. Yeah,
Go do shit. Not a bad way to say.
yeah. Stay away from the junk food. I ate Hardee's this weekend, and I was actually sick. I actually got sick from eating Hardee's. It was insane.
It is also Hardee's.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I love their chicken strips, it's Hardee's.
Well, I have their chicken club. Like I thought it was like the relatively healthy option.
Oh, God, no. It's Hardee's. It's a prerequisite of 700 calories minimum.
And I was standing there. I was like, oh, my God. Like I'm so hungry. And I was going to pick up a chicken plucker. I butchered my chickens this weekend. And it was, I know I'm going to make a mistake, but how can I mitigate this mistake a little bit? Because it's either that or it's Casey's. Like, I just want something hot to put in my mouth and just take all the goodness out of it and just choke it down.
We're just going to count this number 2. We're just going to count this as number 2.
Number 2. Yes, that definitely is number 2.
And, yeah, that entire next day, I would just, the fire shits all day. So,
Like just
I'm
pure
done with the
liquids?
fast food thing. Like, I realize if I have to bitch about it publicly on 2 podcasts in a row,
Yeah, might be something
I'm
worth.
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, by the way, that I'm clipping that out for the front. Yeah,
I see so hot.
yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yeah,
That is gonna happen. Yeah, I had a few topics. Where's my list?
Oh, no, that just seemed like... Yeah, fast food, though, I've yet to eat, like, fast food for, like, almost a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, besides, like, Casey's.
Right.
Yeah.
Hardee's with us.
Oh,
a few
never
weeks
mind,
ago.
never mind.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, take
I
it
know
way
you
back
have.
now.
You've been with me.
Well, we all went that one night. Yeah.
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 We're
Shit.
gonna film a show called Team Fat Approves.
We kind of need to eat fast food then.
Well, I'll do it, and you'll be the cameraman.
I'll do it because you're just going to eat chicken.
You
need
do.
to have
I love
reviews.
burgers. I love chicken, but I love burgers. I mean, chicken.
I've
is
already
just...
thought about the review process, how it should go. So
Okay. Well, we need to start doing it.
Okay.
I have a
How
day off
should it
tomorrow.
go?
how should it go?
Let's hash it out. Let's hash it out. I do
Right
have some
now?
people on Rooster Teeth who have told this idea because they're also kind of funny fans. They're like, dude, yes.
Because a burger consists of bun and some sort of meat in between.
So yeah, you
Right.
rate them on the individual components.
Yeah, individual components. Everything's added: toasted bread, non-toasted bread. Your condiments like such as your lettuce, your pickles, tomatoes, whatever, and then you cut the sandwich in half. Got to see how it looks like all together, and then how it looks when it's cut. Yeah, that's how I'm going to do that cut. How to do that kind of review.
Right, and then there has to be a thing about how well they meld together as a sandwich.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, like on
float
freshness, quality of the individual components, and then how they are comprised as a
together.
whole.
Yeah. Like the Del Diablo burger just looks like a fucking mess at Hardee's.
Yeah,
Like
it
bacon,
I get
does.
to see it.
jalapeno poppers, cheese
There are jalapeno poppers
on the
the.
burger. Like,
Jesus.
just looks like a mess.
That's when I was in college. This was 5 years ago, but they just had the straight jalapeno burger.
Oh yeah, that was actually good.
So it's just cheddar cheese and jalapenos.
Yeah,
I could get away with that. Like,
add fried to that for no reason whatsoever.
yeah, and granted, I was 20, so my body could handle a little bit more. But that was good.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, no, El Diablo. I haven't seen it or anything. but
It's in the coupons thing. That
it
I got.
looks intimidating.
they had the fucking patty melt. The patty melt.
Yeah,
was fucking,
the triple patty or the Velveeta patty meltdown.
was fucking
Like
delish.
Velveeta's in the name.
I saw that too.
I'm like, okay,
That burger's
that's
fucking
got to
delish.
be legit. Because I do like Velveeta.
You give me a slice of Velveeta, and I'm a happy boy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a happy boy.
get that, some butter, some bread,
Oh.
some tomato soup. Bam, there's an amazing meal for like $3.
No, you give me a quarter of a block of Velveeta, and I'm a happy boy. Like,
Oh yeah, for like a day,
that's all
for
I
just
need.
a day.
And I
Spoonful
realized
of
I was just
Velveeta.
talking about like processed food
yeah.
and how it was ruining my life.
It's
But
Velveeta.
It's Velveeta.
but it's still good.
Oh yeah,
It's the point.
totally. All right. As far as my topics go, did you see the Mission Impossible 5 trailer?
I saw pictures of it, and I was amazed they're still making that.
Well, 4 was amazing. 4 was one of the best movies of that year.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, you should. You should definitely watch Ghost Protocol. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They really, like, Mission Impossible 2 was a shit show. Had all the masks and the double, like, the twists and everything.
Yeah.
So, like, when they pull out the mask-making machine in number 4, Simon Pegg's like, oh, God, no, not the freaking masks. And then it breaks, like, immediately. The
Yeah.
machine just breaks so they can't use it. It's awesome. And, like, he dangles off the world's tallest building. Tom Cruise actually does in real life, too. Like, it's him on the outside of that
Oh,
building.
really?
Yeah.
Like,
Dude's
with
kinda
a safety
crazy.
harness. But now, in this movie, he's hanging out the side of a fucking plane as it takes off.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's actually him.
They did
Huh.
6 takes of that scene.
Yeah.
I went and did some research. Yeah. It's fucking crazy. He put on some serious bulk for this movie.
Dude,
Did he?
I mean, he
Yeah.
fucking has traps and just
Yeah, he's
dude
fucking
looks
huge.
ripped now.
Yeah, the trailer was
He's
good.
like, what, 60
They
now?
they remixed a
He's
96,
not
like,
that old.
He's not that old?
I think he's almost 50,
Okay, yeah.
if not over.
I'd say 50.
Yeah.
Let's say 50, but damn, for
Because, I
a
mean, he's been
50-year-old.
around since, man, he was 20s in the mid-80s. So, he's got to be pushing 50, if
He's a
not
fucking-
over. But anyway, yeah, they remixed a 96, like it's a soul R&B song. Oh, it's fucking good. That song was great. Like, I really wanted to get that. I need to get the remix. I hope it comes out on their soundtrack because I definitely
Yeah,
want
probably
it.
will. No, but yeah, his insurance company dropped him for this movie, if I do believe.
That was Harrison Ford that dropped him
That dropped
because
him.
he crashed a plane while they were filming.
Well, that literally dropped him. But his insurance company said you can't do the airplane stunt.
yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's like, okay, I'm doing the airplane stunt. Insurance company's like, okay, you're not covered.
yeah.
So yeah, I was like, oh, fuck. So,
Oh yeah, dude's insane. He does he's just
or
nuts.
just an adrenaline junkie.
He's a white Jackie Chan.
He is an adrenaline junkie.
That's
We
what
all
he
know
is.
that about him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and he's like,
insane.
what, 5'10"?
Yeah,
Shorter.
he's my height.
No, seriously, he was like 5'7", 5'6".
Good
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, he's my height.
They'll have pieces built into the sets, like where he's going to be walking, that are raised.
Yeah.
So that he can actually be taller than the female lead.
Yeah.
And really, he's just standing on a box.
That's why if you see him around other people, you often don't see his feet.
Right.
Yeah.
They should cast him with Taylor Swift.
She's
Quite
only
the
like
step up.
5'10". She's not even that tall.
I thought she was like 6 foot.
Yeah, she's 6 foot.
Yeah.
That's pretty. 5'10" is pretty close to 6.
No, it's not.
No.
It's 2 inches.
Yeah.
It's not like she's 6'5".
Inches
Ask my
counts.
girlfriend if 2 inches makes a difference.
Yeah, 3.
I'm on a roll. I like it.
Yeah, like we're definitely gonna have the second most so far.
Yeah.
What we've had.
I'm in that mode tonight.
Well, it is like 10 o'clock by the time we got started.
Yeah, it was.
It's kind of late. We're
dick
still
after
getting
dick
the
after
production rhythm down.
Yeah, we still got to work on that.
Yeah,
Get a theme.
could have been worse. It's been worse.
It has been.
That's touche. Yeah, Mission Impossible trailer. That was pretty freaking sweet. Who's the villain? I can't even remember.
It's an anti-IMF, the Syndicate. Oh, and the new James Bond trailer dropped with Spectre,
Oh shit, I haven't seen it yet.
like the '60s villain group that was always in like every Sean Connery movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's back,
Good.
and it was amazing.
Shit.
Like the trailer was like, I still think Sean Connery's the best, but or the best. But anyway,
I like it.
Craig might take him over because man, that trailer looked great. Really
Damn, I
want to
didn't
see
see
that
that one.
movie. We get Mission Impossible, which I didn't even remember it was coming out. They moved it up 6 months, by the way. It was supposed to come out in December. They're like, oh, we're gonna have James Bond, Star Wars, and Incredibles 2. Yeah, we're moving.
Yeah, that'd be a very hectic month.
So they're moving in. They're moving into July, which is awesome. Like, you never move a movie up 6 months, like into the summer. That's nuts.
Well, that's when the big movies come out, though.
Yeah, but that's what
blockbuster
that speaks to the quality of what they think is coming out in that month of December.
Well, the the I one, the kids movie.
Incredibles.
Yeah, Incredibles 2.
Yeah, that's going to destroy the kid market.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
going to
you
destroy
can't-
the superhero because it's getting. We were all kids when it came out, and it was like the coolest fucking thing
Right.
ever. It still is that good, and now they're making a sequel.
Right, but the thing is, parents don't make choices if they want to go and see movies.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
true.
let's go to the movie on Saturday night. I want to see James Bond. You have 3 kids with you who want to see The Incredibles.
If
You're
the
seeing
parents
the
wants to
You're
see,
seeing The
if the parent
Incredibles.
wants to see James Bond, they probably also do want to actually go see Incredibles 2 because that movie was really fucking good. Like even rewatching it 11 years later, it's really good.
But if I had a choice between The Incredibles 2 and New James Bond,
Oh, you're acting like you're trying to go from James Bond to fucking Rio. It's James Bond to one of maybe the top 5 all-time
Well, no,
greatest
I'm just
animated
saying-
movies ever, and it's a sequel to that.
I'm just.
It's not like there's a
saying
huge gap in
I
quality.
would rather go to the James Bond.
There
I
is.
think.
They're not really.
I've never seen The Incredibles, but
You should. It's like, it's what Fantastic Four should have been, and was not. It's that good, dude. It's got great voice acting. Samuel Jackson plays one of the best supporting characters he's ever played, and it's a ton of fun.
that's 3 podcasts in a row we've said Samuel L. Jackson.
We're dropping a hint, Samuel.
Yeah.
First guest. First guest.
First
Yeah,
guess,
just
Samuel
saying. It
Jackson.
could happen.
We might get 100 views then.
Hey,
What's
it
up?
could happen.
Come and join 3 of the most white motherfuckers on the face of the planet.
And we'll say motherfucker a lot too.
We will say motherfucker a lot.
If
Yeah.
you show up,
I would.
I might anyway.
I just look
We'll
at his
see
face
what
and be like,
happens.
motherfucker. And then just, I'm done for the day.
My goal in life is to get the "you motherfucker" from Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
That-
And then
Life.
life is complete.
I'm just thinking how you would do that. I think Sam was actually a pretty laid back person.
I have a pretty good idea of how I could get there.
Actually, fuck his mother.
First of all, dig her up. Then,
Oh Jesus!
oh boy, that's
Sorry for going there, but I'm
That's
not
a-
really that
I don't know
sorry.
if that flies as number 4 or not.
No, there was no direct mention of
No.
the penis, so
Okay.
no. Or no,
Some
even
necrophiliac there.
implied
Well,
mention of
well
the penis.
it's number 1 then.
What?
Necrophilia.
it's the number one
Okay.
necrophilia one.
First necrophilia joke.
necrophilia
In
joke.
history,
Yeah.
way to get up on the board,
Yeah.
Joe. Way to
Good
lead
boy,
us
Tom.
out. I like it.
I'm not gonna make undead jokes. It'd be great.
Oh yeah. We go all Bruce Campbell on that bitch.
Hey, like some pretty good movies, except for the
I
whole.
know they
like,
are. Bruce Campbell is the man.
Oh, dude, he is. No, but like,
My Name is Bruce is one of the best all-time like meta comedies, like indie comedies anyway. Because like obviously didn't have a ton of budget, but
Evil Dead is fucking
like
hilarious.
Bruce Campbell gets kidnapped by a group of people whose town has been overrun by zombies, and it's amazing.
I don't know,
Never
but
seen
Evil Dead is fucking just the most amazing thing.
Oh,
The,
Army of Darkness, I think.
Yeah,
is
Army
my-
of Darkness. That's
because
amazing.
it's a comedy about it. Like Evil
Yeah.
Dead's like it's a horror movie. Army
Yeah.
of Darkness is a comedy.
That's what I
horror.
meant. I forgot. Is yeah, Army of Darkness is fucking. That's
Yeah,
fucking
with
hilarious.
the chainsaw
This
hand.
is my
like, oh, so-
boomstick.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck at this point.
Where's
Chainsaw
that
hand.
Yeah,
I
they
can't
just-
make the trigger go, but chainsaw hand.
Chainsaw hand,
because I
of
don't
course.
have a hand. Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, the hand got infected and became evil, so he cut it off.
Well, yeah, but in the
Reattached
sequel, like
it.
I don't have anything to make the chainsaw actually work, but it works. Logic. Anyway, Joey, what is the topic from you?
HTC is getting into the virtual reality world,
They are indeed.
and yeah, it's not up to date with all the other ones because like basically it's just running a bunch of demos, and you just gonna look around like in the actual
So
VR.
like the Samsung Oculus VR.
Yeah, the Oculus VR, you can actually have your hands and actually go out and touch things.
Oh, really?
This one is just more or less a
No,
demo.
that's Oculus VR. It's just you just look around. That's all it
No, you
is.
can actually see your hands and stuff.
Not in the Oculus VR. In the full Oculus.
Okay,
Yes.
full Oculus.
In the
Sorry.
Samsung-
Let's get correct here.
No, HTC is a contemporary of Samsung, who are partnering with Oculus to make a mobile VR for like
Okay.
a cell phone.
Okay.
The full Oculus is something that's totally separate.
Okay.
And the HTC is much like what Samsung's doing
Yeah,
with
just
Oculus
reviewing.
for their cell phone market. They're pretty comparable, actually, in terms of what they do. Yeah. Now, like, if HTC, they make a standalone VR that is completely separate and it is its own system, that would be really cool. To have a competitor to what Oculus is
say-
doing.
Good luck getting the technology for it, but yeah.
Well, it's already there. I mean, Oculus has been out for, 3 years now? Since the Devo kits went out in, 2012?
Something like
Couldn't tell
that.
you.
And then the HoloLens, they still haven't announced where they're going with it since the lead director died in a car crash. Yeah, like the man with the
Conspiracy.
plan died in a car crash.
That's right where my head went to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
it's like
you know who has the
conspiracy.
money? You know who has the money to make that happen? Samsung. Just saying, they do.
Cut some breaks. No one looks at
Tom, watch it. You might be next.
Hey, I work at a store with a Samsung employee. All I know is, for all I know, she's an assassin.
That's what all Samsung employees are.
Yeah, they're just trained assassins.
They're sleeper agents.
Yeah, it's like the fourth season of Chuck.
Hey! Hey!
Yeah.
Hey!
But yeah, yeah. Yeah. God, I missed that show.
That was a good show. Yeah. Last episode made me fucking tear up.
All right.
I'm on
It was.
season 4, episode 7.
my God.
You had told me about it 3 years ago, and I just came back to it.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do. I'll need a break, and then I'll watch 2 episodes of something before I go to bed. So it's
Yeah.
been Chuck for the last
Made a-
2 weeks.
You made a good life choice there, my friend.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's good. The mid-season of season
okay.
4 is awesome.
yeah.
By Moria is fucking great.
Viva la Memoria. I want the Buy More flag.
I do too.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. All right, what else we got for topics? Oh, yeah, video game related. Probably more your speed. Arkham Knight got pushed back 3 weeks. So instead of June 5th, we're getting it June 24th.
What's
Wha-
the pushback?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, you ever played the Arkham series?
Yeah.
Yeah, Arkham Knight. It looks fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
All the
yeah.
demos and trailers looked amazing. They pushed it back 7 months already. Now they're pushing it back another 3 weeks.
You think it's gonna kill it?
No.
Or is it bringing hype?
Nah.
They have way too much money into it.
I think they're waiting till after E3. I think that's why they pushed it. The original launch was right before E3. I think they got some DLC that got finished or something that they're waiting to announce for the season pass. So a reason to buy their season pass
Reason to get it.
with the
okay.
finished exclusive. Show off a trailer for the DLC. Have an announcement like maybe it's going to be exclusive PlayStation or Xbox One on the DLC for a while, like a timed exclusive, and then launch it 2 weeks after E3. I think that's why they're doing it.
Do you think if they do a specific? What console do you think they're gonna lean towards more?
I don't know.
I can't
They've
remember.
historically been really they've never had an exclusive.
What
Yeah.
studio is it out of?
Rocksteady. They've never really been
about them.
exclusive to anything, and I don't think they will. But I guess for the PlayStation 4, they got some exclusive stuff on the Arkham City, and Xbox got some exclusive stuff on Arkham City as well with a different DLC pack. So they've kind of split the middle of the road there.
What
so
the
they
hell
please
could
both
be
sides.
doing?
I think it's just waiting until E3 to drop a trailer for their DLC. I think that's what they're waiting for to rebuild. Like, hey, here's
Rebuild the
a
hype.
full gameplay trailer for the game, and then here's the DLC trailer.
But it's already an established series.
Yeah.
They're gonna have people coming to buy it.
Oh yeah, but they really want to I think they want to blow the doors off because this is the last game. They have officially said we are not making another one. If WB does something, we're not doing it. This is our story. This is our trilogy, and here's how we're finishing it. I think they just want to really blow the doors off it. And yeah, maybe there was.
Why wouldn't have they started after E3 then?
They were originally supposed to launch it. Actually, it was already supposed to be out.
Yeah, but they moved it
The original launch window was actually this past November.
Okay.
And they were like, it's not going to be ready, so we're going to push it to June.
That makes me nervous. We'll see what they do.
No, I like them pushing it. If it wasn't ready, don't put it out. Assassin's Creed should have pushed it back, and they didn't, and it launched with... it's still not 100% perfect.
Yeah, they shit the bed on that one pretty hard.
And I would rather the company be like, okay, we're not going to do that. Yeah, we should have taken more time to begin with the launch window, and we're just going to back off and make it when we're ready. And when we're ready, it'll be out.
Because the game has great potential, the Assassin's Creed series, but they
need to stop
went too far.
It. That or give it to different different studio needs to get it every year, like Call of Duty. The reason Call of Duty games are different every year is because a different studio's making it.
Well, it's like when this is kind of a strange example, but when the United States is trying to build a new bomb, they give it to two different contractors to build it to compete against each other.
Yeah.
So that way they can come up with the best product. So when you have like a Call of Duty series bouncing back and forth between studios, they're competing against each other. Yeah. When you just have the sole rights to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, it's tough if that's your baby.
And somebody else takes it.
And you just give it to them.
Yeah.
And you could probably set up some type
of
deal.
Happened with Arkham. It happened with the Arkham series. WB made their own game in Arkham Origins. And it was okay. Like, it was by no means a bad game. But it was not groundbreaking. Like, oh my god, this is the best game of the fucking year.
Yep.
Like Arkham City was. Arkham City was still... I still go back and play it. There's still some Riddler trophies I can't fucking get. And it's frustrating to me, because I like completing games when I can. I don't have a lot of time anymore, but that's probably what I'm most looking forward to after surgery is just playing games.
Masturbating.
Actually, you can't for like 6 weeks after stomach surgery.
What?
It's like, no, like, dude, they're like basically slicing you open from like just below the belly button all the way up to like here.
Where there's a will, there's a way to you.
Yeah, it'd be stupid. Let's just say that. Plus, there's been a catheter there for like 4 days. Yeah, shit's gotta heal.
Yeah.
Just saying. Been there 3 times now.
Now that you told me that, I don't think I'm ever going to masturbate again, so we got that covered.
Imagine
cold shivers.
Imagine how I feel about it.
Yeah, I know.
But that's like when Bungie gave it to 343.
Well, a lot of those people who were running 343 used to be at Bungie.
Yeah, but I still got nervous with the Halo series and everything.
Yeah, I was feeling it turned out great. It's the same guy who ran Bungie's Halo division is the same guys running 343s. The campaign, all I care about. I really don't play Halo multiplayer.
I was a huge multiplayer freak, and then they just
it wasn't as good.
Server issue problems.
Well, 4 didn't. 4 was actually
4. I mean, like the Master Chief Collection.
They got rushed. They should have just done Halo 2 and called it good. Like they should have. Like they're like, hey, we're playing in Halo 2 multiplayer. That is it. We don't need the other 3 games.
I'd be happier and shit, but.
But they didn't. I honestly think Microsoft was like, all right, we need to capitalize on the Master Chief because it's our console. We're losing. We're not doing well to Sony. We need to really push Master Chief. And they built the hype very, very well. But you have to deliver at some point. Otherwise, nobody's going to listen next time.
They kind of the whole...
Like Halo 5, nobody's fucking talking about it.
No.
At all. Ever since the beta ended, everyone's like, okay, whatever.
It wasn't really...
Yeah, the beta was good. The beta was really fucking good.
I never played or saw it.
11 months ahead of launch... It was smooth. Like it was like launch day. Well, of course, once you got into the games. Now, it's a beta. It took a while to get into a game, but it is a fucking beta. Like it's a Halo also.
It's a Halo
tons
beta.
of people are trying to play it because it's open to everybody. Mm-hmm. And they broke a bunch of their servers and like had to fix it. So the second day of the beta was awesome. Like you were getting into games like in 5 minutes. It was really smooth, and the gameplay was awesome.
I bet I can go boot up my Xbox right now, look for just a Team Slayer, and come back here. We finish the podcast, and I'd still be looking
highly
for
doubt
Slayer.
that because I actually downloaded the latest patch, got a match in 36 seconds.
Did you really?
Consistently under a minute getting a match.
How many people got kicked out of the match?
None.
Oh, shit.
That's why they all of a sudden started bundling it with the console now in the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because that last patch actually fixed all the problems.
I can't remember the last time I played. It was maybe like 2 months ago I tried.
Yeah.
Just fucking
it's
forever.
Working. It works. It only took them 4 months, but it works.
Yeah, only 4. It's all right.
Yeah. Which
Sort
is
of-
sadly what we have to consistently say about launches now. They fixed it. Eventually.
Yeah.
Or it's bad enough we have to say they fixed it to begin with.
Well, there's so much money in it now. They're just trying to push shit out the door.
Yeah, they're just trying to feed the.
Call of Duty Ghosts.
Yeah.
I don't even think there was even like a pro scene for that. It was just kind of they're like, no, we're not gonna do it. Because I didn't hear anything about Anaheim or anything about Ghost.
It wasn't great.
No.
Yeah, I was like,
It was a
Jesus
launch
Christ, guys.
title that wasn't supposed to be a launch title.
Yeah, I felt like I wasted my money.
Yeah. I didn't buy it.
It was a cool concept.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, it had some cool stuff about it, but, like, it's kind of like the redheaded stepchild of the Call of Duty world.
Well, even Advanced Warfare now, it's
I
like
do like Advanced Warfare.
It's fun.
it is fun, but it's still
Well, Call of Duty, I think, is way past
the
the peak.
storyline's a lot better.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's more of like that original Black Ops storyline.
Yeah.
Before shit went insane.
Yes, that was the best storyline.
Of the
Oh,
series,
Black Ops.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Definitely.
With Red. Well, yeah.
Definitely.
When you pair World at War into Black Ops,
Right.
because
Beautiful.
the characters cross over, and you get an awesome game.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Reznov's in World at War.
Reznov, yeah.
Reznov is the Russian captain you play as in World at War.
Oh, really?
Gary Oldman.
World at War was the other best
World
one
at
out of
War
that
is
series.
fucking
it was a
It was.
3-part. It was like a 3-perspective
I
campaign.
realized
and
that
it
was like
really
10
good.
years ago now, but that was great.
Still,
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was great.
Love that game.
they still keep the multiplayer servers up, but they're like super hacked.
Yeah.
It's so colorful to just go into one of those lobbies and just watch the colors. It's just
Yeah.
fucking great.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. I first time introduced to zombies, World at War.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it changed the world.
It did.
Changed gaming.
God,
Call of
changed it
Duty.
for me.
Better or worse.
Man,
Changed
I
gaming
need
as
to
we
buy
know
a
it.
copy of that game. I had forgotten about it.
It's a lot of fun.
I bet it's up on Amazon right now for like
Probably
Dirt
dirt
cheap.
cheap.
yeah, $7.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, the zombie series. Me and my buddies played so.
Yeah,
much.
I don't know what to think about. The new zombies are fun. They look great.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about the story because that was a weirdly complicated story in Call of Duty
This one?
Zombies. No, like Call of Duty Zombies from like World at War on was really fucked up and complicated.
Well, it got
I've had to read the
complicated-
Wikipedia like 8 times just to
Oh.
be like, okay, so this happened? I don't remember this happening, but this happened.
No, there's a whole long theory. Me and my buddy Austin, we spent many moons figuring out the actual reasoning for the zombies, and we kind of figured it out.
Yeah.
But there's one that just throws it off. The one where they're in a building. Duh.
Well, they
But I mean,
fully
like,
explained
there's
the
a-
story.
Oh God, I can't remember which one it is. Was the last one? No, last one didn't have zombies. What's the one where they go like Japan?
I have no idea.
Fuck.
It's Zombies Take Japan #3.
I don't know. Sounds like a horrible fucking B-rated
Well,
film.
because in the
It's a
world,
porno.
like they're trying to build a teleportation thing, and they all of a sudden end up on the moon.
Yeah.
And there's like an ancient civilization like outpost there, and there's a object. One of the scientists like touches it, and it like
Triangle.
when they start sending subjects there, like they come back as zombies, and then the infection spreads that way. But like
Well, first didn't they send
his
the
daughter's
dog?
mind gets trapped in the thing, and she's actually
Yeah.
controlling the zombies. And
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then the 2 scientists who are the heads of the projects eventually like compete to try to control all the zombies. And then based on how you play, you can affect who wins throughout like all 4 of the games in the series
Mhm.
from the zombies perspective, from like the zombie games. Yeah, it's pretty weird. It gets kind of complicated. Like if you have no idea the story, you hear all these like weird German voices talking. You're like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I want to kill some
Play it.
zombies.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah,
Collect all the asteroids. Get the heavy metal playing.
yeah.
Actually, I think it was called Zombies Do Dallas.
Zombies do
I
Dallas.
think
Yeah.
that was the name of it.
Yep.
Now that I think about it.
That reminds me
close.
of remember Ugly Americans on
Yeah. Yeah.
Comedy Central? Yeah, the Mark the Zombie or whatever. His best friend's the
Yep,
zombie.
Yep.
Weird character, weird show.
Yeah. Hilarious though.
Interesting, like really, really weird comedy, but I loved
Yeah.
it. I watched it every week. It was really weird. Like the wizard. God, that guy was.
Who is the alcoholic? Because if you had been alive for 1,000 years, I'd be an alcoholic too, probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got into a conversation at work. One of my coworkers was like, "Oh man, how cool would it be to be Wolverine? You could never die." Like, dude, that would fucking suck so hard. You literally can't die.
Yeah.
oh my God, I'd want to kill myself every day after so long. I'm going to be like, well, fuck it, and then try to end it, and you can't.
Well, yeah, it's Groundhog Day.
Oh,
Chuck
God.
Palahniuk
But
had
not
a
really,
great quote about that, too.
Because like eventually everyone you know will die. Groundhog Day, you at least repeat the same day.
I don't think
Whereas, like,
repeating the same day would be more drive me to suicide.
I don't know what would, because like more immediately, yes, but like eventually, even just living forever, everyone you know is going to die.
Well, Chuck Palahniuk's quote about that was, if you lived for 10,000 years, human life would eventually mean nothing to you.
Yeah.
Because you've seen so much come and go.
Yeah.
That I wish I could. It's been a long time since I read that book. But, yeah, it just if you think about it, like.
That is true. You'd be like,
you know,
whatever, dude.
Yep, that guy's dead. That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
That's what people do.
Yeah, I don't think you wouldn't even flinch. You'd just be like, oh, God, whatever.
Yeah.
You eventually would become emotionless.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, you'd go very numb.
Well, then, like, one of the other things we got to talking about was, well, yeah, you'd probably live through the apocalypse. You'd be like the only human being left. Because humanity's going to destroy itself.
Yeah.
It's looking likely. It's very likely that it will happen. I don't know if it will, but there's a really good chance it does. All the way we've invented to kill each other, all the different viruses and super viruses and like things we've made just because we can.
Right.
Something's going to happen. Something's going to go wrong. A lot of people are going to die. And you're going to live through it as an immortal, and nothing happens
People have been saying that since John the Baptist.
Yeah, but I'm saying, meaning as technology exponentially grows,
screaming.
there's also the exponential risk growing along with it that more shit happens.
But as that more shit happens, we become better at treating that.
Yeah, but it's what are we going to do first? We always push first. We don't think about the consequences first. That's not what we as a species have ever done. Yeah.
Can't think of a time we did, but yeah.
Yeah. Like, even in the 50s, we had a bomb that, like, almost cracked an island in half. Like...
That was necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
we've never actually used it in any scenario.
I was going to say, otherwise we throw
But
millions.
It came about because we had a problem to solve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We did.
We're problem solvers.
But we also had no idea what the consequences were of the atom bomb.
We knew what the consequences of it were.
No, we didn't. Like, they really
that
thought...
we were going to win the war.
Yeah.
They thought... that, honestly,
That's what the consequences
were. There
were
were scientists in testing like, okay, when we test this, we might actually set the atmosphere on fire. We don't fucking know.
Yeah.
We just know it's really, really powerful.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty cool that we made such a thing.
People see the Japanese, there's our problem. Let's solve the fucking problem.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's why we are here speaking to 30 people on the internet right now.
Like, MacArthur wanted to drop 30 on China in the 70s because he could.
Yeah.
Or in the 50s during the Korean War. He wanted to end it by going into China
That sounds about right.
destroying Shanghai, Beijing, and Hong Kong.
Oh,
with literally all the nukes we had. Like, imagine the world if that would have happened. And he had the authority to do it. He was going to do it. The Joint Chiefs had said yes. Truman had to step in and go, you're fired. I didn't say you could do that. And I'm your boss.
The thing was, he was probably right.
Oh, yeah. Like, that would have,
as far as ways to end the war, he was probably right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, because, we had, when we came into the Korean War.
Terrible.
Horrible.
Too high of a cost to pay to win a war that doesn't matter. But
especially because it wasn't our war. It was somebody else's civil war.
Right.
But
we were really fighting the
We were fighting
Russians,
for the UN.
But
we were fighting for the UN. They asked us to step in.
We were fighting communism. But, yeah, go ahead.
But, when we came in, we just, took them a little while to get things going. But then, immediately... corner turned, North Korea was just fucked. They were all the way into Russia already. We had taken the continent. Mm-hmm. And then what they should have done is been you aren't coming back. Here's the line. South Korea gets it all. That's what they should have done. But they didn't because, we can't, they have to have their own. No shit, they invaded their own country. They don't get a country anymore. Yeah. That was stupid.
I don't know. I don't know enough about Korea to comment on it.
Yeah. I had to study it.
I just know that...
if you invade your own country and you lose... and the other country doesn't want you. You don't get a country the country you invaded, the sovereign nation you invaded, and they don't want you there.
You become Alabama.
Well, in the South, the Union didn't have to all of a sudden reintegrate with the South. They didn't have to.
No.
But we wanted to. Whereas in the South, in South Korea, they didn't want to have North Korea there. It was not their choice. And the UN just stepped in and said, "Oh yeah, that's North Korea." That was a dumb decision. Because you now created two states that fucking hate each other.
That's a problem with decisions by committee.
Yeah.
Well, it's the problem when you have Russia and China on the Security Council who can veto any decision with one vote. That is a really stupid way to make security decisions for the world. One country can veto anything, and they all hate each other.
Let's switch to something a little lighter here.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I don't know enough to intelligently comment on this stuff. That's all.
All right. One of the things...
I just know strategic problems with the whole attack on North Korea, but we don't have to talk about that.
Wait, what attack on North Korea are you
When
talking about?
were in North Korea and we went from hill to hill, but we never kept troops on the hill, so Korea just kept taking the hills. It's very, like, strategic post in North Korea.
Oh, you mean attack and hold?
Attack and hold, we didn't do that. We attacked and just moved on.
All right.
Well, that was more of a Vietnam thing.
And yeah, Vietnam, sorry.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of
It was
pivoted.
happened a little bit in both. But
Yeah, but, like, we actually won in Korea. Like,
Yeah.
we had one. Like, they were literally kicked out of their own country, and then we got pulled back.
Yeah. And we knew that was going to happen in Vietnam, so they didn't even let us get that far.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's switch gears
Anyway,
here. This is
one of the things that has been happening, the one thing I listened to right before the podcast has been a teaser for Halo 5, actually, called Hunt the Truth. It is, I think it's actually Key from Key and Peele doing, like, a news journalist style, like, series based on Master Chief, like, after Halo 4. Like, the UNSC in the Halo universe is wanting to celebrate Master Chief because, you know, to the public, he's the guy who just saved the planet, saved the galaxy, basically. And he did. Mm-hmm. But, like, they have kept a lot of the stuff about him secret because the dude's a super soldier who was kidnapped at age 6 and brainwashed and, like, done tons of scientific shit to.
Poor John.
And so this guy's been tasked with, like, reporting on his life. Like, the agency that created Master Chief, like, gave him a list of, like, here's your interviews. The research is done. Just write the thing. That's all you need. We'll also pay you a shit ton of money to do it. So he's like, hey, sounded like a good idea. And then I found out what really happened. And then he, like, this week has gone on to be, like, his first series of interviews, and he finds out, like, he's going, like, oh, yeah, everyone, like, people that knew him as a kid and everything, and, like, he was this really awesome athletic kid who was huge and everything, and really awesome fighter. And then he disappeared when he was 12. And then he's like, and he's like, well, it was probably because the insurrectionists at the time, like, had invaded and taken over where he was living, so they probably kidnapped him. And then he's like, oh, but then I was doing a little digging later that night after the interviews, and I found out he died when he was 6. Weird. And then that's where, like, it kind of ends for this week. And then every Sunday night, they're coming out with a new teaser. I think it is Key from Key and Peele. It really sounds like him. Like, there's a couple times when he, like, starts talking to other people, like, as the interviewer. You're like, the voice changes a bit. You're like, wait a minute, that sounds like Key. But it's really, really interesting and a really low-key way to build hype and very vintage Halo. Like, do you remember...
Oh, back to the story, yeah.
Do you remember that site, I Love Bees?
No.
It was, like, a site that Microsoft just started putting out before Halo 2 launched. I think it was 2. Maybe it was 3. I think it was 2, though. Where it was just this innocuous site. But every, like, a few minutes, the site would just change to code, and you could, like, start to see what was going on. And eventually the site would change, and it would start giving someone messages. And, like, you would, like, have to go to a place, get a phone call from a random payphone. And, like, characters in the game would, like, give you a message or part of a message. And, like, the actual voice actors were there doing it, too. Like, live. Like, we're calling those payphones and doing it live. There was one instance where a guy picked up the phone in Florida, and the guy on the other was like, dude, there's a fucking hurricane. Hang up the phone. It was pretty cool. But, like, eventually the site would completely change, and you find out it's, like, you getting a message from a rampant Forerunner AI. And it was on ilovebees.com.
That's pretty mad trippy.
And it took, like, 4 months leading up to E3 when they're like, Halo 2 teaser. Like, yeah. And then this Hunt the Truth thing's, like, it seems really like Halo. So I'm very excited for Halo 5.
I was going to say, it is
because they learned their lessons
the
from the multiplayer, the last 2 things they've put out. The campaign from Halo 4 was still amazing. I've never had any problems with that. But it was probably, I think, the best overall story of the entire Halo, like, canon, except maybe Reach. And it was awesome.
I don't know why people give ODST so much shit.
It was good. Don't get me wrong. There were no bad ones.
Yeah.
No bad campaigns.
But I mean, like, if everyone's
Halo 2 had no conclusion, which wasn't their fault, really. Like, two months before launch, they had to redo the entire game. Like, not their fault. They did a fucking great job getting that thing out when they did. They could have waited, but they didn't because it was Halo. But it was awesome. And yeah, Halo 4's story was fantastic. And I'm really excited for 5.
I am too. The only thing I've seen of it is that, like, there's a 15-minute trailer of just What is it?
The 15-second thing where the bullets flying
Yeah,
through
bullets
and
flying,
exploding
bullets,
the
helmets,
traitor
and
bullet.
then it shows the one guy that captured by the elites is hunting Master Chief with the elites in his helmet, kind of sitting at each other.
Yeah, Agent Locke.
Yeah,
Agent Locke
yep.
and the Arbiter in Halo 2's cutscenes.
Yeah,
which looked so fucking good. Man, those were damn good looking. That was a lot of fun to play. I kind of want to play it again, just because we can. We need to finish the Halo 3 playthrough, by the way.
We do.
Like, we need to just sit down, power through the last 5 missions, get her done. We only have 5 to go.
Really? 5? Fuck.
And then we need to get the GTA heists done. Yeah. But. Alright, what else we got for topics? Do I have anything else? Oh, yeah. I watched a weird fucking video. What site was it on? I can't remember the site I found it on. But it was basically this reporter in Africa found 2 turtles fucking in the wild. Or no, it was off a tarmac, apparently. It is actually like giant tortoises.
Tarmac, where the fuck are you from?
It was an airport. And
highway?
That's what we call a tarmac. The tarmac
That's what we call a
the
tarmac.
runway.
Pavement.
Runway. Let's say that.
Okay.
It's a separate type of pavement. It is its own thing. But anyway, he's like getting the camera close, and all of a sudden the male tortoise like turns and like stares at him, and then just slowly starts walking toward the camera, and he keeps backing up for like 100 feet, and the tortoise just keeps with his nose right on the camera, just keeps following him. It was great.
What size tortoise was this?
It was good. Like, fierce to the ground. Yay tall.
It's a decent sized tortoise.
Yeah.
You're
it
caught
was
fucking.
funny.
What did you do?
Like, especially the guy talking to the turtle as he kept walking was pretty good.
Kept talking to
Yeah,
the turtle.
I could see how that would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good. But anyway, that's all I got for topics. That's all I had. I don't know.
Yeah.
Call it. What do you guys got? You got anything?
I discovered this guy named Tai Lopez this week. You know how we did our podcast episode and I talked about how London Real and their episode with Peter Sage was insane? They did a better one. And I'm only 2 months behind, but it says with this guy, Tai Lopez, and it's How to Be Great. It's 3 hours long, and it blows your mind for every fucking second of it.
Damn.
Yeah. It's, the guy's all about, so like, you sit down, and it's all about like kind of self-analyzing yourself. So, on the health scale, where do you rank yourself from 0 to 10? That goes, how do you look in the mirror? What are your stats like? So, like, I'd be at a 4. So, it's health, wealth, love, happiness. And you rate yourself on all those things. And when you're hitting 8, that's what you need to live a good life, is kind of his theory. And it's fascinating because I hadn't thought about it like that, just to be brutally honest. And then the other thing I had realized, to be brutally honest, but to hear someone say it and to be able to give me a mechanism to be able to quantify it. I hadn't heard of that yet, and the way he does it is extremely intelligent. I mean, this guy's dropping quotes from Charlie Munger, like Warren Buffett's right-hand man, and then he'll fucking pull Confucius out of his hat, and the guy's like 32 years old. I mean,
damn.
He reads a book a day. Like, he's incredibly smart. It was crazy. What was the other thing I was going to say about that? But the biggest takeaway I got from that was he said, your odds probably aren't as good as you think they are. You want to have a podcast go big? Let's just use this example.
Yeah.
Your odds of getting 1 million subscribers, they are not as good as you think they are. Which inspires you to, hey, you really have to get after this thing.
Yeah.
It has to be solid content all the time. You have to show up every week and do the best job you can. That's this other guy, Peter Diamandis. He has this quote about how, why can't you achieve your 10-year goal in 6 months? Because then you have to sit down and list the reasons why you don't deserve what you want yet. So then you can form a checklist of things you have to do to be the type of person you need to be to get the things that you want. And I just thought that was very powerful. There aren't enough people everyone says, oh yeah, you can be whatever you want. Well,
no,
not really. You can, but you have to go through a certain checklist. So if you start early, you have a higher advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Barack Obama was probably 10 years old. He decided he wanted to be president.
Probably.
So he knew he had to go to an Ivy League school. He knew he probably should have been white, but he, you know,
Kind of
Dealt the cards he's played with.
Exactly. But he developed this amazing charisma instead, you know. So he checked that box that let him get around some of that stuff. So I just thought that was kind of fascinating. Just like find out where your weaknesses are, and then you kind of form your battle plan at the same time. Because that way it allows you to build off of your strengths.
Yeah.
You know, instead of, and that was the other thing too. Instead of like, let's say I'm not a very good drawer, but I'm a good orator. I'm good at speaking in public. Let's just use that as an example. Well, I'm working in a graphics department at some type of business, and they want me to start drawing. It's like, guys, I'm not that good a drawer. And then your boss decides to spend all your time and resources turning you from a really shitty drawer into a mediocre drawer. When really you should probably be doing audio content at a mediocre level, because then the time spent to reach greatness is less. So chase what you're already good at and find out where you're failing and why you aren't where you want to be.
Yeah.
And that's that's been driving me through this weekend on about 4 hours of sleep. So
Nice.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
All right.
It's pretty deep thinking.
Just be brutally honest.
Cool. Well, it's always a good policy.
And read more.
Yeah.
Like, people have already failed before us, you know. You know, they say the only way you can learn is from failure. At this point in history, it's stupid to learn from your own failure.
Yeah.
Learn from the failure of Benjamin Franklin. Learn from the failure of Edison. Learn from the failure of this, that, whatever. Whatever you're trying to do, someone's already failed doing it. Learn from those guys.
Yeah.
Your odds already are not as good as you think.
Make them better.
Right.
Yeah.
Time's short.
Yeah.
Turn
It
the
is.
volume up. All right. I realize I went a little deep there, but that was
Cool. I think
that
that's
was
a
my
good
whole
place
thing.
to wrap, too.
Yeah.
Given,
All right.
the time and everything else.
Sounds
Good
good.
So we don't have to drag it on. Beat a dead horse, as it were. Which is fun, but maybe not the most ethical.
You'd like to beat a dead horse?
I saw a dead horse today.
What?
I did.
Where were you at?
That's the people I rented my chicken plucker from.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently, right after I left, their horse died.
Oh, Jesus. That's a bad day.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
God.
so Friday night, their horse died, and they were burying it today when I showed up to drop it back off.
Who'd you rent it from?
These guys down.
Okay.
Yeah,
In
you
some
don't know
place.
who they are.
In an undisclosed location.
I don't know if there was anyone that I knew.
They
That
do
would suck.
something interesting too, though. We'll talk about it off air because these people won't think it's that interesting.
Well, we are farm nerds.
No, we're calling it.
Okay, we
All
are.
right.
Definitely follow us all at Twitter. I'll be putting the graphic down below again. Remember, follow at Farm Nerds or visit farmnerds.com to get the link dump for this episode, which I'll have the link for in the description below, as will all our social media links as well.
BeSpearhead.com.
All right. With that, we will see you, if everything goes according to plan, next Monday. See ya.
Thank you, bitches.